open your mouth. You just say like this. You understand? You speak with your mouth. You reject with your mouth. There must be anger in your heart. Some of us, we benefit from our emotions. We have benefited a lot out of our emotions. We benefit because you are so angry your husband fears to say anything. So you can mess up anything and you know he can't say anything because he knows once I say this I'll be so angry. So to keep peace he will just keep quiet. And you know my husband could have said something but he fears my anger. So you are benefiting from anger. Even in the family, there are children that all the families is scared to rebuke them. Anyway, if you rebuke Buitumelo, she will fall on the ground and bang her head like this. So all of you just handle with care. And he grows knowing that. So whenever he knows I have done it wrong and they're about to correct me, you know what he will do? He will do his head like this. All of you keep quiet. So the child is benefiting out of that. And as long as you benefit from anger, you are manipulating people out of your anger, your bitterness, your depression, until you realize that I should not be benefiting out of this. You cannot be delivered. And the benefit of having a demon is not as good as you think. Are you still with me? Amen. There must be a time when you are ready to lose demonic benefits. And say, I need the fruit of the Holy Spirit. Hallelujah. You understand? It's just like that. Especially in relationships. There are some husbands who fear to ask their wife, where were you? Because once you ask, you say, are you my boss? And you know that once I say that, she will sleep that side, I'm sleeping that side for the next 2 months. So to keep peace. Because now I'm preaching. Amen? You don't benefit out of that. Now, once you decide I'm not going to benefit out of this, it has to go. Some of us are benefit out of pit. People feel pity for us. And we always behave pitiful. Some of you, you don't even dress well because you want people to pity you and give you a lift. Even if you have no money, dress well the best you can. Anoint your face. If you have no oil, for goodness sake, even use Vaseline. Just use it lightly. Put on some joy. Are you still with me? Very important. As long as you are benefiting from those emotions, and you still want to continue benefiting, I can tell you, you will never be delivered. You will die with those demons and they will go into your children when you die. There must be anger to say, no, I have benefited from something which is not the image of God. I have been created to express the image of God. But Pastor, people are nasty to me. Even if people are nasty, it's not your job. Your job is to express God. People behave badly, express God. Don't you know we are so nasty to God? But He still expresses love. Amen. We do things, He expresses peace. And He's saying, bear my image. It is bearing the image of God in spite of. You don't have to say, but my husband, you don't know my husband, you don't know my wife, you don't know my parents, that is his business. As a matter of fact, when you begin to bear the image of Christ, the character of Christ, the Spirit of God will convict your wife. Because no one can resist the presence of God. Hallelujah. The change of your wife, your husband, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law will not come because you are also nasty. There was one man, I'm finishing. We were renting a building from him. So he said, come at 2. So I went 10 to 2. I entered the building. He came to me, he looked on the watch. He says, what are you doing here? Didn't I tell you 2 o'clock? I said, 2 o'clock, I'm busy. I have people I'm attending to. I smiled and said, that's okay, sir, do your business. Yeah. When you finish, you attend to me. I was smiling. He attended to people. After finishing attending to people, and he delayed another 10 minutes. And I never went to him and said, the appointment is 2 o'clock. So I was just in the shop looking at things, smiling. After he finished, he came, looked at me, he was shaking a little bit. He said, sir, you are a very good man. I talked to you very badly. Because there's nothing wrong for you to come earlier. Just forgive me. What do you want? I told him what I want. We signed the lease. Because I already approached him with the expression of God. Amen. And no one fights God and wins. Where are you hurt? I understand you are hurt. You have been hurt. You have been abused. You have been cheated. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it keeping angry. It's not worth it living in those emotions because they will destroy your life. As a matter of fact, doctors, they say most of the sickness are caused by emotion problems, bitterness, anger, and so forth. Instead, you need to come out of that and begin to bear the image of Christ. Come on, give the Lord a big hand. Okay, so when you renounce, the next thing that comes is prayer. And I'm going to pray for you. You renounce, you spirit of bitterness, I refuse you. I reject you. Today, I will bear the image of Christ. Because I'm a child of God. I bear the image. I think let's go to the book of Romans. I'm finishing. Romans chapter 8, verse 29. Romans chapter 8, verse 29. You found there? For who he foreknew, he also predestinated them to conform to the image of his Son. That's you and me. He predestinated us. He prepared us to conform to the image of his Son. Which means when we talk about image, is to bear the character of Christ, that he might be the firstborn of many brethren. Kikuriri bana ba mutu rona di Jesu. Amen. Why bonane? So God predestinated us that we be like our brother. Bear his image. Bearing his image is not putting the cross, I'm born again. No. It is how you express yourself. Your expression of life. And the Bible talks about the disciples that they saw these people were uneducated, but they recognized that they have been with Christ. Very important. For some of you who have never been laughing, you need to cheer up. You need to be healed. By the end of the year, you must be laughing. Tell your neighbors, especially you. Some of you have never laughed since New Year. You think you are serious? No. You are not serious. You have a problem. Somebody is expressing himself. Lack of joy. Come on, say, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Come on, say it again. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Bitterness is a weakness. How many of you enjoy being in an office with a boss who just comes like that? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You feel nice? No. You need a boss who comes with a smile. Hello, Jimmy. How are you? How is the family? And it feels nice. But some of us, we think if you are everyone, then you think I'm a boss. No, you have a problem. It is another boss. You know the other boss? Yeah. It's the character of another boss. But our boss is a God of joy, God of peace, loving God, God of patience, God long suffering. Because some of us, we are like, you handle with care. Handle with what? And you even say, well, you see me, they know me. Now, when now we are praying, my last point is very important. You really need to know that there is no devil who has any right in you and on you if you don't give him chance. Because Jesus totally defeated him. And as I'm talking now, you are a child of God who is supposed to bear the image of Christ. No devil has an ultimate claim over you. There must be an understanding that as a child of God, I can break every power of darkness over my life. Very important. It's very important. You have to know that the devil, I mean, if you have been committing suicide, you go and take the rope and say, Satan, kill yourself. Me, I'm living forever. You don't need another fasting. Just tell him that. Could you see me? The rope will never get in this. I will live long. You kill yourself because you are dead, not me. Yes. Be bold addressing the enemy. Amen. Be bold. Be bold. It requires boldness and faith. So I'm coming out of depression. I'm coming out of anger. It may not be immediately, but after deliverance, the compulsive anger or the thing that compels you will go. You still love me? How many of you are ready for deliverance? Can I see your hand? Are you ready?